This is the letter of refusal for Schengen visa, and below here all these are the reason for refusals. In this video I will talk in detail about all the common reasons why your Schengen visa could be refused. But before that, let me take you through this refusal letter. So this flag that you see is European flag. This letter will be directed to you from the embassy from which you will be applying for Schengen visa. This box, the visa has been refused, will be checked, and after that one or more of these boxes will be checked. This is the reasoning behind why your visa was refused. Let us say if your visa was refused because you did not provide a clear purpose of visit, this box too will be checked. So the first reason of refusal is not clear purpose of visit. Remember, you are going to Schengen area as a tourist. Therefore, it is important that you make your intentions clear, that you are just a tourist. If you do not have clear purpose of visit, this is the reason of refusal. They will give you justification for the purpose and conditions of the intended stay was not provided. So your purpose going to Schengen area is for tourism. So how do you justify that you are just a tourist? You justify through different documents. And the most important document that you can use to convince the immigration team that you are just a tourist is through your itinerary. Your itinerary suggests the places that you are going to visit, how long you will be staying in those places, which transportation you will be taking for moving from one place to another place. So if you have a clear itinerary, it will suggest the immigration team that you are a tourist and you have a clear plan of which place you are going to visit. Also, another thing that you can use to justify your purpose, that is of tourism, is through cover letter. Let us say that you like to travel different countries. You mentioned that in your cover letter that you have been to, let us say, United States, United Kingdom, and you now want to visit Schengen area, you want to visit whichever place you want to visit, you mention about that. And also you talk about all the documents that you will be attaching. Another reason of refusal that people generally get is that they say that the information submitted for justifying the purpose of visit was not reliable. So this is basically saying that your itinerary is not reliable. What you are mentioning in cover letter is not reliable, and this could happen for many reasons. First, your itinerary is not complete. Let us say your itinerary is missing important details. In that case, your itinerary is not reliable. So I will give you some advice. If you follow that, you will be able to avoid some common mistakes that people generally make. First advice is that let us say that you are applying for Schengen visa through French embassy and you are visiting multiple countries. Don't limit your itinerary just to France. Make sure that you include other countries as well in your itinerary. And second, mention how you will travel from France to, let us say, Netherlands. Mention about that as well in your itinerary. Third mistake is that not applying from a country where you are staying for the longest period of time. Now let me give you one example. Let us say that you are applying for Schengen visa from Luxembourg, but you are staying in Luxembourg for only one day, but you are staying in France for 7 days, and you have not applied for Schengen visa from France. So when in your application you will mention that you will stay in Luxembourg for only one day and still you are applying for Schengen visa from that country, this raises some suspicion. So here is what you should do. Let us say that if you are visiting only France, then you should apply for Schengen visa from France. In other words, if you are visiting only one country, you should apply for Schengen visa from the embassy of that country. If you are visiting multiple countries in Schengen area, then you should apply for Schengen visa from the country where you are staying the longest period of time. Next reason, as I have already discussed, is that an effective cover letter and itinerary helps you get this visa. Another reason why you are not able to justify your purpose of visit is if you are not showing flight reservation. Also remember that you do not need to book an actual ticket. If you can get refundable ticket, that is fine. You can book ticket and get refund later. You can book hotel and get refund later if your visa get refused. If that is not the case, what you can do instead is that you can block your ticket for a minimum fees. A lot of airlines like Emirates, Etihad helps you block your ticket and they charge a minimum fees for that. The second option that you have is that you can book flight reservation through different website. They will take your name, they will mention the airline from which you will be flying, they will mention the date on which you will be flying, and they will give you a reservation number. Now the second reason for refusal is proof of fund. So fund is your capability to finance your stay when you are in Schengen area. The reason they give for this refusal is that you do not have sufficient means of subsistence. Again, this means that you do not have sufficient fund to finance your visit to Schengen area. Also, in this reason they are talking you do not have sufficient fund for your return ticket, or you do not have sufficient fund if you are transiting to some other country, you do not have sufficient fund for that. A very similar reason for refusal is point 4. So in this reason they are saying that even though you could be having fund, but they are not sure if you were able to lawfully acquire sufficient means of subsistence. So this simply means that your source of fund, they are not sure about that. For example, let us say that you have a bank statement and you have showed sufficient fund in your bank statement, but you deposited almost all the money in your bank account in the last few days before applying for this visa. This could suggest to them that you have arranged money from somewhere and this is not necessarily your own money. For proof of fund as well, I will give you some common mistakes, common reason why visa get refused. First one is bank statement is not stable. I have already talked about this, that do not deposit large sum of money in the last few days before applying for visa. Let us say that you get salary every month and it is deposited in your bank account. Your bank statement should reflect your salary. Your salary is your source of fund. Every month a money is being deposited in your account. This means that your account is stable. This also means that there is a recurring source of income in your account. One document that we upload for Schengen visa is payslip, last 3-month payslip. So your payslip should be consistent with whatever salary you are getting in your bank account. Your payslip would be having your monthly salary. Your bank account will reflect your monthly salary. There should be consistency in your payslip, your bank account, as well as your income tax return. So one reason that impacts how much fund you need to show is your length of stay in Schengen area. If you are staying in Schengen area, let us say for 1 month, you will need to show more fund compared to, let us say, if you want to stay in Schengen area for 2 weeks. Third reason for refusal, and which is the most important reason for refusal, and many people visa get refused because of this reason, is weak home ties. What do I mean by weak home ties? Home ties is something that is your connection to your home country. So your connection is in form of employment. If you are running a business, you have some connection to your home country. Your connection is also in form of family. Your family is your connection to your home country. Your properties is your connection to your home country. Your investment is your connection to your home country. If you are part of any group, that is your connection to your home country. So the reason for refusal they give is that they are reasonable doubt as to your intention to leave the territory of the member state before the expiry of the visa. They are basically saying that if you get Schengen visa, you will not leave Schengen area and you will not go back to your home country. Again, this simply means that they have doubt that you do not have a strong ties to your home country. Again, if you were employed, let us say if you had a good job, obviously you will go back to your home country. So that is why documents like employment letter, leave letter from your employer is very important, because if you have a leave letter from your employer, this clearly states that you are on vacation for 2 weeks, let us say, and after 2 weeks you will go back to your home country because you have employment there. Similarly, if you have family members in your home country, that is also your connection, and you will go back to your family member, you will go back to your wife or children. And that is why we upload our employment documents, our business related documents, to show our strong home ties. In a couple of minutes from now, I will talk about all the documents that you will need as employed professional as well as somebody who is running a business. So for showing a strong family ties, you can upload documents like marriage certificate, upload your financial documents, your documents related to your properties, documents related to your investment, your shares, and also if you're part of any group, if you have any membership, if you are studying at university, upload documents related to that as well. Now let us say if you are employed or running a business, if you have got good investments in your country, and if you have traveled to multiple countries as well in the past, then you have got a good profile. And if you have all the documents, if you upload all the required documents, why should they refuse your visa? So this is very important. If your profile is good, all you need to do is that make sure that you upload all the required document and you should be able to get this visa. So important travel history is also one very important factor. As I have talked that I will talk about financial document for both employed person, for somebody who's doing a business, as well as for somebody who is a dependent or a student. I will be uploading a detailed video on documents, but for now I will briefly touch the documents that an employed person needs. 3-month payslip, employment letter. Employment letter basically is from your employer, signed and stamped by your employer. Employment letter basically states that Mr. let us say XYZ is working with our company from this state. He is working in his capacity as assistant manager, let us say. He is going to visit Schengen area from this state to this state, and he will resume his work on this state. Something like that. No objection certificate, leave letter. You can upload your salaried bank account as well as your personal bank account statement. You can upload your income tax return, and if any other source of income you have, whether from rent, properties, shares, etc., you can upload documents related to that as well if you are an employed person. If you are running a business, in that case, upload business registration document, upload GST registration document if you are from India, upload current bank account statement, personal bank account statement, upload your income tax return, and upload any other income source you have from whether from rent, properties, and shares. What if you are a dependent or a student? Letter from your sponsor or your guardian. In addition to that, you will also need documents of your sponsor or your guardian, for example his bank statement, his salary slips, his income tax return. You can upload his documents. And also if you are a student, you can upload your student ID card, a letter from your university or college. So the next reason for refusal is that if you have incomplete supporting documents or if your documents are unreliable. So this is the reason that they give there are reasonable doubt as to the reliability or authenticity of the supporting documents submitted or as to the veracity of their content. Another reason for refusal is that if you have not filled your visa application form correctly. So again, visa application form is very important, and that is why if you want to reach out to me for help, if you want me to fill your visa application form, reach out to me. I will give my Instagram handle and my email on the screen. Reach out to me, I can fill it for you if you have some doubts in that. Another reason for refusal is that you have not applied for travel medical insurance. Remember that travel medical insurance coverage is mandatory, and this is the reason for refusal they give. You have not provided proof of possession of adequate and valid travel medical insurance. So if somebody is transiting through Schengen area and they are applying for this visa, let us say they do not upload all the required documents or they do not upload a document of the country they are visiting from Schengen area, then this reason could be given. Justification for the purpose and condition of the intended airport transit was not provided. If your document is fake, then this reason could be given. So this visa has a maximum stay of 90 days on a single visit. So if you want to stay longer than that, then this reason could be given. Reason number 5. If they consider you as some form of threat, then reason number 6, 7, 8 and 9 could be given. 7, you can see that you are a threat to public policy. Reason number 8, you can see that you are a threat to public health. And reason number 9, you can see is that you are a threat to their international relations. I hope this video was useful to you. If it was, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much.